This is a story about small things, hairs, specks of blood, sweat and spit, and other often invisible drops of human biology left behind at crime scenes. This is a story about faith in law enforcers to harvest biological evidence, preserve it, and ensure that it's tested for DNA. Mostly, this is a story about loss, about what happens when small traces that promise a shot at justice go missing. Over the next 4 days, the Denver Post will shine a light into the darkness and disorder of evidence rooms throughout the United States. Tens of thousands of DNA samples have been lost or destroyed intentionally since the dawn of genetic fingerprinting 20 years ago. The laws in most states don't protect DNA at the outset of major criminal investigations, and courts have refused to crack down when negligence leads to DNA destruction. Virtually every night on prime time, TV detectives pluck tiny samples of DNA from clothes, carpeting, and even car tires, test it, and nail the bad guy, all in one episode. But in real life, DNA samples, especially from older cases, get mishandled with impunity. Law enforcers have one passage of laws letting them off the hook for purging evidence on which people's lives and liberties hinge. The result? Killers walk. In New Orleans, also missing is the evidence in a 17-year-old murder. It remains a cold case. Janet Bodden counted on DNA to nail the man who raped her daughter, Vanessa, slit her throat, and burned her body beyond recognition. Then she learned New Orleans police destroyed all evidence from Vanessa's case to clear out space in their crowded evidence room.
That was almost like if they had murdered her all over again when I found out about that. Because that was my only hopes, that maybe one day somehow they'll be able to connect whoever murdered her to whatever evidence they had.
Rapists walk. For 22 years, Susan Cash has hoped to expose the man who abducted her from a Georgia phone booth, then raped and shot her. Then she learned that the Savannah police lost her rape kit.
I think the most frustrating part for me was for all these years, I had blamed myself thousands of times for not being a good witness, and that's why he was never caught.
And prisoners who could be innocent remain stuck, unable to prove to the system that it has put the wrong man behind bars. These are the stories you won't see on CSI. In cases throughout the country, the truth is being trashed.